Hello and welcome back to the Satoshi Society YouTube channel. My name is AJ, one of the hosts here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the technical analysis side of Bitcoin. And yeah, the price of Bitcoin is very flat at the moment. It's to be understandable. We are in, well, it is a weekend, sorry, so the price doesn't tend to fluctuate much over the course of the weekends, but it is very, very flat at this moment in time. And, sort of just trying to decide whether it wants to move higher, okay, or whether it wants to move lower to those lower support levels that we have. But in today's video, I'm going to look at the technical analysis with you, and we are going to determine where we think the price is going, or how I like to do my analysis is, if Bitcoin does a certain thing, where is the price going to go? Okay, so if it breaks resistance, we're most likely going to go higher. However, if it breaks support, we're most likely going to go lower. And we're going to look at some other things to help us with that judgment as well. So before getting into the video, please make sure you smash a like on this video. Really helps me out, really helps the channel out. And yeah, I can continue to bring the trades that I bring you, and I can continue to bring the technical analysis that I bring you as well. So yeah, make sure you smash that like button, and we will jump straight on into the charts. But looking at Bitcoin on the 4-hour, as we usually do, looking at Bitcoin, we can see that we have been very, very flat over the course of sort of yesterday evening and this morning as well. The price has just been very, very flat after this big, big red bearish candle right here. And, we were predicting this pullback, okay, on the channel. We were predicting this pullback to happen. To be honest with you, I wasn't predicting predicting that the pullback would happen this quickly, but initially it did happen. Okay, I even posted it on Twitter as well on the 2nd of March, as you can see at 10:42 a.m. I went live and I told you I'm about to go live on YouTube to explain why I think Bitcoin still looks bearish. Don't miss it. Okay, I was updating you on that day. Okay, so the 2nd of March at around 10 o'clock was, between these two candles here. Okay, yes, we saw a little push towards the upside. Okay, but initially, after that, we did see this big pullback. I was expecting this pullback to happen, and I even told you as well that I took a little short position. I don't know whether let's see if we can get this short position up. Yeah, here we go. So I did actually open up a very small short position. Well, I opened up a short position. Unfortunately, it was too late for me to come live and actually show you me shorting this. And it was a very, very quick short position as well, but taking a cheeky 12% profit as well. So I'm going to try and come live when I take these smaller term trades, which with this one, the likes of this one here, I took on the 1 hour. Okay, so I shorted. What was the entry point? Price 23,560. So I remember I entered just here, just coming into this resistance level here is when I wanted to short, and I had stagnated my shorts here. But yeah, we didn't actually fill all my shorts. We just tapped it literally to the dollar. Okay, the price actually, if we zoom in, the price came to 23,565. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, approximately 23,565. So we just about got in on our first entry. And as you can see, got rejected from that downwards trending resistance there and this horizontal resistance level there as well, forming a slight bearish divergence as well, lower lows from this high to this high, and then higher highs on the RSI. Okay, so we were seeing a bearish divergence there, lots of bearish signals there. Okay, and then we saw that price pull back. Okay, next time I am going to try and come live for you if I see something like this again, because this would have been a really, really nice trade to bring to you on the channel. But as I said, this trade that I actually entered into it sort of very late in the evening. So I just didn't really. I wasn't in my studio. I wasn't able to come live for you. But next time I will make sure that I'm prepared to come live and update you with any trades that I am taking. But that was just a small little trade. As you can see there, 12% profit. What I tend to look for is the bigger trades, the bigger swing trades, day to swing trades, if you'd like to call it that. On the 4-hour, this is what I look for. And right now, I am in a trade. I'm in a fairly big short position. Okay, and I came live and I showed you me entering this short position. Well, I showed you, I told you before I actually entered this short position. We entered into this short position up here, okay? And I told you once I was in that short position as well. I came live and I told you that I was in that short position and the price was in fact still up here. I did have a really, really nice entry on the short position, and I am still within this short position, okay? It's around 50%, almost 50, around 53, 55% in a profit last time I checked. And as you can see, I was updating you with the trade over on Twitter as well, okay? Ever since I entered into this trade, I was telling you, I was updating you, sorry, with the trade, and as you can see, I'm also giving you updates that I'm expecting the price to actually fall as well. Okay. Bitcoin is continuing to fall as expected. I will update you with why this is happening in a daily live stream. I'm telling you that I'm going to be updating you with this. And then Bitcoin looks as though it wants to drop more. Okay, this was on February the 24th at 3:27 p.m. Okay, 23, almost 24% in a profit. Okay, on the exact same day, 24th of Feb at 4:08 p.m. Okay, as you can see, here we go, Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin continued to drop almost 36% in a profit. Okay, almost 38% in a profit, continuing over or almost 42% in a profit. Okay, and as of right now, it is 55% in a profit. Almost 55% in a profit. So, I'm updating you with the trade. I'm giving you updates, okay? And yeah, I'm going to continue to bring these trades to you. But as of right now, I'm just sat on that trade, okay? Because I am still bearish. I've been telling you for a while, medium to long term, I am still bearish if we are going to remain below $25,200, okay? So I'm going to keep this short position open, okay? And I'm going to continue to short the market. If there's any other trades that I'm going to enter into, of course, I'm going to let you know as best as possible. As I said, the trade that I took here, it was late in the evening, so I couldn't actually come live and update you with that. But initially, any other trade that I see and that I can bring to you, of course, I'm going to bring that to you as well. But right now, I'm just sort of, if I wasn't in a trade, I would be sat on the sidelines waiting for a trade opportunity. But right now, I'm just currently sat on the trade that I'm in, which is that short position from up here. Okay, I told you before I was entering the short position, and I told you after I entered the short position as well that I was in the short position. And as you can see, the short position is playing out really, 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 really nicely. Okay, and I'm looking for this to continue to print as well. But as I said, if I wasn't in a short position, okay, if I wasn't in that short position right now, I would be sat on the sidelines. With adding to that short position, I am currently sat on the sidelines, and even with entering into a hedged long position, I'm still sat on the sidelines because I'm waiting for the price to tell me what it's going to do. Right now, with the price being very flat here, it's not giving me any indications of where the price could be going. Okay, the fact that we're holding the support very well is giving me an indication that we could actually we could continue to hold the support and actually bounce up to maybe this resistance level here, where we've got horizontal level, a major horizontal level, and then we also would be coming into this downwards trending resistance line right here, trend line right here. Which from there we could actually enter into a short position, or add to the short position that I already have open, and potentially take this short position down to the support level again. If the support is broken, then we will most likely come down to this major support level here, approximately at $21,470. So that's what I'm looking for. Okay, right now, if we're going to break this previous range low, okay, this purple horizontal level here at 22,287, okay, the most realistic scenario that we will most likely see play out is that the price comes into this major support level here, coming down to $21,470 approximately. Okay, so if we break this level, okay, this orange level here at 22,287, then I'm looking for the price to come down to $21,470 approximately. However, okay, there is a possibility that we could hold this support, and if we get a slight bounce, okay, we could be looking at the price coming up. Right now, if we were to get a bounce, I would not enter into a long position. The reason why I wouldn't enter into a long position is, first of all, I'm still looking at the price being very bearish short term, medium term, long term. Okay, so that's one reason why I wouldn't enter into a long position. Okay, another reason why I wouldn't enter into a long position is because right now there are no bullish. There's no bullish scenario here. Okay, what I like to look for is confluence. Okay, confluence is a really, really big thing in trading. Okay, yes, we're at support. Okay, we're at two major levels of support. We have a major level, which is this gray area here. Okay, and then we have this horizontal level here as well, which is purple. Sorry, not purple. You may think I'm colorblind, which is orange. Okay, so we have these two horizontal levels. Okay, coming in as major support, and we can see that it is acting as major support right here. But what I would like to look for is some sort of bullish divergence. Okay, and I just don't see that happening. Okay, I see lower lows on the price action chart, but I also see lower lows on the price action chart. Further back, higher highs on the price action chart. Higher lows on the price action chart from this low here to this low here. But then if we come and look at the RSI, we can see that we're also seeing higher lows as well. So there's just no bullish divergence coming in, and I would like to see at least a bullish divergence. Okay, so for me right now, I'm favoring the scenario where the price could actually break support and come lower. However, there is a possibility that we could actually bounce off of this level, come up to this resistance level, and possibly form a bearish divergence there, coming into two major resistance levels, and then we could actually enter a short position from there and then short this down to this horizontal level. And then if we break that horizontal level, we'll continue to hold that short position open down to around $21,470 approximately. Okay, so right now I'm not looking at a long position because I don't see any bullish scenarios actually playing out. Okay, if we were to enter into a long position, I would like the price to come up here, but I don't see any bullish indications telling me that the price is going to come up here. Okay, what I see is that the price is either going to break towards the downside and come to this support level here, or we're going to have a slight bounce up to this resistance level here, maybe come to $22,600. Okay, then a rejection from there is what I would expect down to this support level. If we do come and test this support level again, and we don't form any bullish divergences, we don't show any signs of bullishness there, then I will keep that short position open and take that down to 21,468. Okay, so that's my plan. Either just waiting for the price to break below, okay, and then I won't actually do anything because I'm already in that short position. But if we move higher, I will enter into a short position up here, and only if we're seeing bearish signs. Okay, I would like to see a bearish divergence in that. Then I'll short that down to this horizontal level here. If we break that, then I'll short it down all the way to $21,470. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, what I like to do is I like to plan my trades. Okay, and I'm planning my trade now. Okay, I know I want to short this area if there are indications telling me to short. Okay, what we want to see is the resistance levels being respected. Okay, so first of all, we've got this horizontal level, then we've got this diagonal level, okay, coming in confluence right there. So if the price comes and tests this level right here, there are two very strong resistance levels. What else would I be looking for? Okay, I would also be looking for a bearish divergence. Let's just pull up the normal RSI right here. I would like to see some sort of bearish divergence as well. So maybe we see the RSI form higher highs and then the price action chart actually form lower lows. That would be something that I would like to see. Okay, and then I'd be happy to enter into a short position at that level. Okay, if we don't get any of that, then I wouldn't enter into a short position because we could actually break above this resistance and then potentially even look for a long position up to this major resistance level up here. Okay, so I'm planning out my trades, and of course, if there's anything that I'm going to act on, as in if I'm going to enter into a trade, then I am going to come live and update you with that, of course. But yeah, right now, just waiting. That's all we can do right now. Wait. Okay, if we break the support, we're going down to $21,470 approximately. However, if we continue to hold the support, we will most likely come up to resistance where if we form some bearish indication, if there are bearish indications, then what we're going to do is we're going to short this. Okay. However, if we don't get the bearish indications, then we're going to wait because the price will most likely break above, and then we could potentially look for a long position and ride this up to maybe $23,300. Okay, so that is my plan for Bitcoin. Okay, let's go and have a look at the 1 hour. As the 4 hour isn't doing anything, but we can also see that the 1 hour just is not doing anything right now. Okay, what we can see is we can see a very slight range coming in to play right here, coming into effect. So range high is at $22,496. Range low is around $22,124. Okay, so if we come up to this resistance level here, we see some bearish indications. Okay, then we could be looking for a shorter term short position, okay, potentially down to this range low right here. So that's what I'm going to be looking for as well, to bring you, one of these smaller day trades as well. Okay. How I trade on the 4 hour, I like to look for bigger moves. These moves could be, with 5x leverage, these moves could be 40, 50%. The one that we're in right now is in 55, almost 55% in a profit. Okay. And these trades can actually exceed 100% profit. Okay. So this is what I am this is what I usually look for, but I'm going to start bringing these smaller day trades as well, because, in my free time, I do like to take these smaller day trades. They are fun. However, these smaller day trades range between 10 and 20% profits. Okay. They rarely go over that. Sometimes I can go to 30%. But, the way I trade is I like to trade on the 4 hour, get these bigger moves, but then, if I want to have a bit of fun, I will come on the shorter time frames, get these 10, 20% moves as well. So I'll start bringing those to the channel as well as those bigger 4 hour trades that I like to take. But yeah, if we come up here, form some bearish divergence or something, coming into resistance, get a nice rejection from it, okay, then we could enter into a short position down to this range low, and vice versa. Okay, if we come to the range low, we form some sort of bullish divergence coming into the support, then we could long, okay, all the way up to this range high. Okay, so these are the things that I'm looking for. But right now, just sat on the sidelines, and on the 4 hour, just sat on that short position that I'm in. Reason being is because the price isn't doing anything. Okay, the price isn't signaling that it's going in either direction. So right now, we've just got to wait and wait for the price to give us those signals, whether to enter into a short position or whether to enter into a long position. And of course, if anything happens, I will come live and update you with that. I just want to say hi to Angela quickly. Good to see you back here. Well, smash the likes right now. Yeah, please make sure you smash a like on this video. Really, really helps me out, really helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring the trades that I bring you. As I don't currently have Bybit open to show you that trade right now, but yeah, almost 42% in a profit last time I updated you. But yeah, right now it's around 55% in a profit. If you want to continue to see these trades and you want to continue to see these smaller trades as well, this one, if you just missed the start of this video, I told you that I entered into this short position right here, okay, and we shorted this before this big bearish red candle right here. We just got into a really, really nice short position there, and I'm going to be looking to bring lots of these smaller day trades to the channel as well, and of course, the trades that I normally bring you as well, which are the 4 hour trades. The 4 hour trade that we are currently in from up here, I let you know before I entered the live stream. I let you know before I entered the trade on a live stream that I was entering into the trade, and then I mentioned that I was in the trade once I'd actually entered into the trade, and I've been showing you over on Twitter as well all of the profit that it has been printing us. So please make sure you follow us on Twitter as well. Yeah, I think that's everything I've got for you for Bitcoin. Let's just have a look at, I've seen one more comment actually. Fox in the City. If you close your short position now, banking the profits, and then reopened it short, is that exactly the same as just holding it? That's a good question. That is a good question. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't even know. I'd say no. I'd say no to that, to be perfectly honest, because we've entered at a really, really nice entry point here. Okay, we've entered at a nice point. Okay, but I would rather keep the position open because it's already a winning trade, and I like to take risk out of my trades. Okay, I like to take as much risk out of the trades as possible, and if if I'm closing that trade, okay, I'm taking that profits, but then re-entering another trade, I've got that risk that this trade could hit the stop loss at 10%. Whereas, if I just let that trade run, okay, I've already moved that stop loss to entry, so there's no way that I could lose any money on the trade. I could only lose the profit, of course. But what I would do, well, what you do anyway, and what I've been telling you is that I take profits on the way down. Okay, I take profits on the way down. I've only got about 30% of the initial 100% capital that I put in the trade right now. I've taken a lot of profit off the trade already. Okay, and I would rather keep the trade open because there's only 30% left within the trade. I've taken a lot of profit already. And rather than closing it and opening up a new short position, what I would rather do is actually leave that short position open and then add to that short position. Okay, initially add. So if we break this support here, okay, then it's telling me that the price wants to come down to this support level here. So instead of closing the short position and reopening a new short position, what I would just do is add to the short position, and that would make you more. That, to be honest with you, would make you more money in the long run because you've still got a much higher entry point there. Okay, so to that answer, I would say no. It's probably better to just leave it open. And if you wanted to enter another short position, I would say just add to that short position. That's what I would personally do. Also, why not close, then buy slightly higher if you think it may go up a bit before further downside? Okay, well, to be honest with you, there's a good answer to that is because we don't know if the price is going to bounce. Okay, right now, I'm not going to enter into a long position. Okay, I've told you I'm not entering into a long position because I don't see the bullish scenarios on this 4-hour chart right here. I don't see it. Okay, yes, on the 1 hour, okay, I could enter into a smaller long position, but I would take okay, if I would enter into a long position here, I would take 100% of the profit here. Okay, because we're in this range. Okay, so looking at the 4-hour, reason why I wouldn't close the short position and enter a long position and then enter a new short position there is because the trade is in a really nice profit. And, I don't want to risk that, okay, because there is a risk that the price could break below here. And if I'd close that short position, then I'm missing out on all the profit that I could have been making if I kept the short position open, okay? So right now, there aren't any bullish indications telling me that the price is going to go up. I'm just saying that that's a possibility, okay, because we're at major support here. If we're at major support, we could bounce, but then we're coming into major resistance, okay? If we're coming into major resistance and forming bearish divergences and other bearish signs as well, then that's a good entry for a short position, okay? So I would rather just wait, leaving that short position open, coming up into this resistance, and then add to that short position there. And then, hopefully the price will continue towards the downside. Okay, it's too risky taking profit here, entering along, and then entering into a short position here. It's too much work, to be honest with you. I'd rather just wait for the price to come up to another shorting opportunity, which would be here, and then add to that short position. So yeah. Bearish divergence on what? RSI. Yes, I use the RSI, sometimes a MACD as well, but the RSI is my favorite thing to look at for a bearish divergence. We used this for this short position here as well. Okay, this short position that we entered into from here, the short position that we're currently in from here. Let's just bring it. What's the entry price again? Entry price is $24,730, okay? And we entered that because what were we doing? We were coming into major resistance up here, okay? And we were also forming a bearish divergence, okay? What were we seeing? Higher highs on the price action chart here, then lower lows on the RSI, okay? Lower lows on the RSI, higher highs on the price action chart, textbook bearish divergence. What else were we seeing? We were seeing the exact same thing on the daily, okay? Exact same thing on the daily. Higher highs on the price action chart, lower lows on the RSI. Textbook bearish divergence. What's the price most likely going to do? Well, the price is most likely going to pull back. And that's exactly what has happened here. We've seen that price pull back. Okay. And that's why I capitalized on that and entered into a short position from $24,730. I did, in fact, want to enter into a short position at $25,200, but I made a silly mistake and didn't set my limit order, which was a really annoying. But you can see that $25,200 was actually tapped, so we could be in a short position from there. But I forgot to put that limit order in, so I entered at a bit of a lower price. Hey ho, we're still in a really nice profit. You explained you will short if we bounce. Does that mean you would close the current open? Does that mean you would close the current open short then? No, I say that I'm gonna short. I'm just gonna add to that short position. Okay. If we were to come up to this possible, it's not a cemented shorting area right now because we want to see a bearish divergence coming into this. Okay. We want to see some sort of bearish divergence coming into resistance. So it's not cemented. Okay. We need to come up here, form a bearish divergence, some other maybe some other bearish signs as well, and then we could look for that short position. If we don't see any bearish signs coming into resistance, then we could actually break resistance and move much higher. Okay. But yeah, I wouldn't actually enter into a new short position. Maybe I could on another account, okay? But what I would do is just add to that short position, okay, and increase the capital, because if we form bearish signs coming into this resistance here, there's a high possibility that we're going to see the price pull back. So I'm going to capitalize on that by adding adding more capital into that short position. What happened to Big Ben? Big Ben is he's still here working on stuff in the background and doing some other stuff as well. So hopefully he will be back soon. But yeah, for now he hasn't gone far. And you explain where the stop loss when trading range, please. I always have a stop loss at 10%. I always say this: 10% is my stop loss. That's what I'm willing to risk, and that's only 10% of my portfolio. I'm only trading with 10% of my portfolio. Okay, so I'm only losing, if I lose a trade, I'm only losing 10% of my trading portfolio, which overall is 10% of my portfolio. And of course, the rest of the 90% is in just holdings. Where you set, 10% is always that, but there's also invalidations for that. Okay, so there is also invalidations. Let me just explain this quickly, right? There's early invalidations for a short position. Okay, so I've entered in the same with the long position. Okay, it's exactly the same with the long position, but I'll just use this example for a short position, but it works vice versa. Okay, but what we're seeing, okay, we've got this bearish divergence here. We've got higher highs on the price action chart, lower lows on the RSI right here. Okay, we wanted to enter at $25,400. Unfortunately, I missed that, but just let's say we entered in at $25,200. Okay. First of all, we'd have that stop loss at 10%. I'm not sure where that would be. Let's see. I do trade with 5x leverage as well. Let's just see where that would be. So that would just be 2%. 2% right there. So we would have our stop loss in at this level right here. Let me just draw that in. We'd have our stop loss right there. Okay, that would be where our stop loss is. Okay, if I entered the trade correctly, it would have been at $25,200. Stop loss at $25,766. Okay, but there could be an early invalidation for this trade. Okay, and there's two early invalidations. First of all, okay, is if this candle here, okay, we can see that it tapped $25,200, okay, and exceeded it a little bit, and then we saw a rejection from there. However, okay, if this candle broke above this resistance level, okay, like these two resistance level, okay, if that's how the candle closed, that would have been an early exit. Okay, that would have been an early invalidation for the trade. So instead of letting that trade ride up to the stop loss, I would have made a almost 5% loss. Let's say 4%. Okay, it would have been a 4% loss on that trade. Okay, because it's been invalidated. We've broken resistance. Okay, because if we break resistance, we're most likely going to go higher. Okay, so that's one early invalidation. So instead of closing that trade at a 10% loss, you would have closed the trade at a 4% loss. So that's an early invalidation. Another early invalidation is actually if we saw this RSI close above this previous high here. So this lower high here, if that in fact came up and closed higher than this high right here, that would have been another early invalidation. But if that were to happen, we would most likely have seen this candle break above these resistance levels. So it's it's sort of the same but slightly different as well. So those are sort of the two invalidations. But I always have that stop loss at 10%, no matter what. Okay, 10% is my stop loss. But yeah, we also do look for those early invalidations. And if we have a losing trade, if I'm in a losing trade, I will come live and I will show you me in a losing trade. I remember just before Christmas, we were on a winning streak with our trades. Took 10 trades just before Christmas. 8 of them were winning, 2 of them were losing. And I showed you those losing trades as well. And yeah, we took 20% overall. We took 20% loss on those 2 losing trades, okay, 10% each. But one of our winning trades, okay, and this was a winning trade straight after one of the losing trades, was 120%. Okay, and I'm not going to scroll down and find it now, but you can scroll down on our Twitter, okay, and you can find that trade. It was 100%, 120% in a profit. Okay, so those losses were just nothing. Okay, so yeah. We do get losses every now and then. No one can be 100%, profitable with trading. You do have to take losses here and there, but an 80% win rate is a very, very good win streak. Just before Christmas we had that. Right now, I'm not sure what it will be. How many trades have we taken? Well, it'd be 100% because we've only taken 2 trades. We've only taken 2 trades since Christmas, I think it is. But I'm getting back onto that trading grind, bringing you trades. During Christmas the price didn't do anything, so I couldn't trade anyway. And then after that, it was New Year's. Price did nothing. Shortly after that, price still did nothing. And then I went on holiday. I was on holiday for a while, so I just took a break from trading. I thought it's good to take a break from trading, but now we're getting back into the swing of things, getting back into trading. I feel like trading, you sort of have to ease yourself back into it, because you do get you do get into it, and it's really easy once you're in it. But then to start it is probably one of the hardest things. It's all psychological. It's all very psychological. And once you get past that stage, you can just continuously smash out trades. And yeah, like we were before Christmas, hopefully we can get back to that 80% win rate, continuously making trades. But right now, I've taken 2 trades. One of them, I've come live and showed you me entering, okay, which is the trade that we have open. And then I also took this smaller trade as well, which was only 12% in a profit, but initially, still a really, really nice trade. I made some really nice gains off that. And, I'm going to start bringing those smaller time frame trades to the channel as well. Is a recession still possible? Yes, definitely. Let's just talk about that very quickly. I haven't looked at this in a while, okay? 10-year yield, right? 10-year government bond yield, okay, is at 3.956%. Okay, 2-year yield is at 4.859. Okay, this means 2-year has exceeded the 10-year yield. Every time the 2-year yield exceeds the 10-year yield, it leads into a recession, and I have a chart to show you right here. This is a 2 in the 10-year yield curve inversion. Every time this orange line goes below this black line, okay, below 0, this means that the 2-year has exceeded the 10-year yield. Every time that's happened, it's followed by this gray box here, which signals a recession, as you can see down here. Okay, this is outdated, 2018, but somewhere along the line, somewhere around here, okay, this orange line is going to be deep down here, okay, because the 2-year has very much exceeded the 10-year. So yes, a recession is very, very likely. Still I'm almost definite, looking at this. Yeah, seems like most breakouts have at least one fake. Yeah, exactly. You can never ever win all of the trades, and breakouts, they do have fake outs. That's the reality of it. And the way I like to trade, to be honest with you, is I like to short resistances. I like to short resistances, long support. Okay. So yeah, sometimes we can actually see that the price, the majority of the time, coming into resistance, forming some sort of bearish divergence on the RSI, maybe the MACD as well. The majority of the time, I would say 80 to 90% of the time, the price will pull back, okay? But there is that 10, 20% chance that the price can actually ignore those bearish signs and break above this resistance. The thing is with trading, things can change like that. The click of the fingers, things can change that quickly within trading, okay? News comes out, anything, okay? A big whale comes in, okay? And they can, if you're thinking about entering a short, they can, push that price higher, even though you're trying to enter into a short. But as I said, 80 to 90% of the time, it does play out. Especially with the strategy that I use, and that was proven before Christmas. I know that was a while ago now, but we're getting back into this trading grind. I'm going to start bringing you trades weekly, okay? Whether they're the bigger term weekly trades on the 4-hour, or whether they are the smaller day trades on the 1 hour, I'm going to bring both of them to you. Thank you so much for all the great response to my questions. Learn a lot. Thanks. Yep. Thank you very much for that. I love to see comments like that. Hopefully I can help everyone. And yeah, make sure if you are new, subscribe, turn that bell notification on so you don't miss any of the trades that I'm taking. And I'm going to walk you through why I'm entering into a short position. I'm not just going to say I'm entering into a short position here. I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain where the invalidation is. If you've been following the channel now, you would know my invalidation is always 10%. Always 10%. Okay. Never ever more. Never 11%. Never 12%. Always 10%. Unless okay, there's a special like a certain reason, okay, but the majority of the time, 90% of the time, okay, 95% of the time, maybe, it's always a 10% stop loss, and then we look for the early invalidation if that's necessary. What price level below would you risk a scalp long if Bitcoin drops below 22,000 this week? Please, thanks. Thanks for the details so far. Okay, so yeah, thank you for that comment. Thank you very much for that comment. A scalp long, okay. When I'm thinking about scalping, okay, I'm looking at smaller time frames. Okay, scalping, to be honest, is smaller time frames. If I was to be looking for a scalp long position, okay, what I would be looking for is actually an entry at $22,122. Okay, at this green line here. However, I'm not just going to enter a long position at that price. Okay, once the price gets close to this area, I need to reevaluate. Okay, I need to reevaluate, is the price going to break that support and move much lower, or are we going to form some sort of bullish case scenario, and then the price is actually going to bounce off that level and come up to the resistance, which as of right now, the resistance is set at $22,496. Okay, so as of right now, I can't give you a real answer to that question. Okay, because I don't know if we're going to form any bullish case scenario down here. What I would like to see is the price coming into support, okay, forming some sort of bullish divergence, whether that's on the RSI, whether that's on the MACD, okay, and maybe some other indications as well, okay. But as of right now, I can't tell you that, but all I can say is that if we come down to 22,000, let's see, what is it? $22,123 to be approximate, okay? This green level here, if we come down there and we're forming some sort of bullish divergence, maybe something on the MACD as well, okay? And then we're seeing maybe the DXY push towards the upside as well. The DXY pull back, okay, on the shorter time frames. Then I could be looking at a long position there. Okay. And of course, I will come live if that's what I'm looking at. Okay. But I would like to see, potentially lower. Well, yeah, I would have to see, lower lows on the price action chart. Okay. Potentially. And then higher highs on the RSI. I would like to see that. Or, we could see higher highs on the price action chart, but then lower lows on the RSI. Those are two things that I would be looking at the price doing if we were coming into the support level here, okay, but only if we're coming into that support level. So right now, I can't give you a solid answer, but yes, there's a possibility that we could enter into a long position from there, $22,123, if we do get some bullish case scenarios. But obviously, if the price comes down there and we form some sort of bullish case scenario, okay, and we're bouncing off of this support level, I will come live and I will let you know if I'm entering into a long position or not. Vice versa, if we're coming into this resistance level here on the 1 hour, forming some bearish scenarios, okay, then we're looking at entering into a short position, taking that down to the bottom of the range, okay. But yeah, as of right now, because the price isn't doing anything, I can't give you a clear indication, okay, of where the price is going to go. All I can do is react to what the price is doing, okay. If we come up, test resistance, form bearish scenario, okay, form a bearish scenario, then I'm going to short, okay. If we come down into support, form a bullish case scenario, then I'm going to long, okay, coming into that support. That's what I do. That's how I trade. And, I don't really tend to do anything other than that, okay. Same with the 4 hour as well, okay. If we break support, I'm just going to sit on the short position that I opened up from back here, okay, that I've been updating you with over on Twitter. And yeah, I'm just going to continue shorting down to this next level here that I've told you on the daily. I'm still looking for the price to come down to $21,400 and $470. That's that next level. Okay, if we break that, then we could be looking at $20,300. Okay, but the first level that I'm looking at is $21,470, and I'm still looking and still waiting for that to be hit. However, price could come up into resistance. We form some sort of bearish scenario here, then we could be looking to add to that short position, okay, and bring that down to support. However, if we form no bearish scenario here, then we could be looking at the price breaking above and moving higher. Okay. So we just got to wait for the price to do something. We can't really predict what the price is going to do right now because we're just moving sideways. And on this 1 hour chart, as you can see, we're ranging between $22,500 approximately and $22,123. So yeah, can't really give you a very clear answer, but if the price does come down to this level and it's looking bullish, and it's looking like we could bounce, I will come live and I will show you me actually physically trading this as well. I will show you me trading it. The only reason I haven't actually showed you me trading you this short position on Bybit is because this was my personal account. I'd rather not show my personal account. I've got a personal account, and then I've got an account that that I'll show you live. But if you're an OG and you've been following since before Christmas, you will know that I do tend to show the actual Bybit website and show you the trade at the bottom. That's what I normally do. But just because I took this trade on my personal account, I don't feel comfortable sharing that. So I'm just gonna next time I will do it on a account that I can actually show you on this stream, and I will bring that to you. But right now, you're just gonna have to trust me. You know what? I've been showing you anyway. Okay, I've been telling you that I've been entering at the price. That I told you that I entered at 24,730. I was trying to enter at $25,200. But yeah, I've been showing you the profit. I've been updating you with the profit over on Twitter. So I think that's enough proof that I'm actually in a trade right now. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for you today. Got any favorite alts? Charlie, good to see you back. Got any favorite alts right now? No, not at all. Because I'm still very bearish on the price of Bitcoin. Okay, I do think Bitcoin could make a new low of the bear market. Okay, take that as you will. I do still think that we could come down to 14,000, potentially even 12,000, maybe even 10,000. Reason being is because if you watch the channel, you will know this, but we're looking very, very similar to the Wall Street cheat sheet psychology of a market cycle. Very, very similar. I know I mention this all the time now, but it's just, it looks identical. It looks identical. We've got the all-time high. We have the pullback here. Okay, then we have the push towards the upside, okay, forming a lower high. Then the big capitulation event here, forming a low, forming a high, forming a lower low, forming a lower high. Then we slowly churn our way down to the depression phase. Then we have the pump into the disbelief phase, which is the start of the bear market. Where I think we are now is leaving this anger phase. I think we're right here. Okay, reason being is because if we come over to the charts, we can see this exact scenario playing out. Coming over to the weekly, we have the all-time high, the pullback, the push towards the upside, forming a lower high, the big capitulation event, forming a low, forming a high, forming a lower low, and then forming a lower high here. It doesn't look like it's a lower high, but if we zoom in, we can very clearly see that it is in fact a lower high. Okay, very slight lower high, but very clearly this high here is higher than this high that we are making right now. Okay, so that looks very, very similar to this Wall Street cheat sheet psychology of a market cycle. So for me, we could from here slowly churn our way down to a new low of the bear market. That's what happens. Okay, this forms a lower low right here. Okay, this is why I'm still very bearish. If we can't get above $25,200, we're going to get rejected. Then we're going to come down to major support here. We break major support there. Then we're going to 14,000 potentially. That's the reality of it. Okay. Looking at the Fed as well. Okay. Let's just refresh this quickly. FOMC meeting in 2 weeks. And is it 4 days? Is it going to load? It's loaded. Yeah. 2 weeks, 4 days, 2 hours and 56 minutes. Okay. What are we seeing? Okay, well, we're seeing that it's pretty likely that we're going to get at least a 25 basis point rate hike. Okay, if that happens, that's going to be very bearish for the market. But it's now also looking like that we could get a 50 basis point. Okay, sorry. But yeah, it's looking. More analysts are changing their decision from 25 to potentially 50. Okay, so 50 sort of come on the table. Before it was almost 100% sure we were going to get a 25 basis point rate hike. Now 50 is increasing. Okay, more analysts are thinking that we're going to get a 50 basis point rate hike. The market will absolutely hate that. Absolutely hate if we get a 50 basis point rate hike. We will see a big crash. Okay, but even with a 25 basis point rate hike, this is not good. Okay, and I don't get why the market pumps coming into it, pumps after it, and then decides to dump. Okay, I don't get it, but it's the reality of it. Okay, this is what happened last time. Okay, this is exactly what happened last time. Okay, we had Jan the 31st. Okay, we had a 25 basis point rate hike. Let's go and have a look at it on the charts. Okay, where was January the 1st? Okay, this was all the way back here. No, it wasn't. It was. Where am I looking here? We can't actually see it on that chart. What am I looking at here? What am I doing? Right, we need to come onto this 4 hour. Sorry. Let's come on to the 4 hour. Okay, so we can see what I'm talking about all the way back here. Okay, so Jan the 1st here. What am I doing? Am I being stupid? Right, Jan the 31st, Feb the 1st. Right, I'm being stupid. Here we are. Here we are. There we go. Okay, I was looking at the wrong number. I was wondering why that number was staying at 23. But yeah, here we are. So I was telling you what I was expecting coming into that 25 basis point rate hike, which was pretty cemented in. I was telling you the price was most likely going to pump coming into it, okay, pump afterwards, and then dump, okay, and that's exactly what happened. We saw the price pump coming into it, okay, pump afterwards as well, all the way up to the 2nd of Feb, and then on the same day, the 2nd of Feb, we saw the price dump, okay, and this is exactly what happened, and this has really helped us understand the tone for this year. Okay, last year, okay, we understood the tone as well. It was the exact same thing. We would pump coming into it, pump afterwards, and then dump. Okay, that's what happened every single time. Okay, and now in 2023, we're seeing the same things. We're going to see this again in 2 weeks and 4 days. We're most likely going to see that the price is going to pump coming into this 25 basis point or 50 basis point. Well, maybe not 50 basis point. We haven't yet, seen how the market would react to that. But if it's a 25 basis point, we're going to see the market pump coming into it. We're going to see the market pump afterwards, and then we're going to see a dump. Once everyone realizes that this isn't a good thing, we're going to see the market dump. Okay. Same with the 50. We could possibly see it pump coming into it. But to be honest, because it would be increasing by an increased amount, rather than 25, it would be a 50. I would say that the market would probably just dump, okay, because, people aren't that stupid, but some people are stupid enough to think that 25 basis point is bullish, which it's not bullish, okay. Maybe you could slightly argue that it's bullish because we're not increasing by an increased amount, we're increasing by a decreased amount by 25%. Sorry, not 25%, 25 basis points, but initially it's still bearish. So I don't understand why people think that's very bullish. So it's still bearish for me. So that's why I still think lower is possible. Yeah, we've got non-farm payrolls, we've got unemployment rate, CPI come in as well. If that comes in hotter than expected, what Jerome Powell's going to have to do exactly what he said in one of his previous speeches, which is that he's going to have to increase by an increased amount, okay, which is, go from a 25 basis point rate hike to a 50 potentially, maybe even a 75. I would say a 50 first, and then if 75 is needed, then they would do that. But yeah, everything's looking bearish for me. And for me, with this pump, yes, we had a really nice pump towards the upside. Yes. Really nice pump. People probably made a lot of money. Okay. And yes, maybe I was slightly wrong, okay, to say that we were, extremely bearish down here. But I'm still very bearish. As long as we remain below $25,200, I'm very bearish on the price of Bitcoin. Okay. Even though we had this pump towards the upside, everyone got very very bullish. All the YouTubers, all the people on Twitter got very bullish as the price started to increase. Yes, we were increasing a lot. We went from, what did we go from $15,500 to $25,000. Okay. Yes, really nice push towards the upside. Okay. But what's happening now? Okay. We're getting rejected from $25,200. We see the price pull back. Okay. Still very bearish for me. And we're still very much respecting the psychology of a market cycle chart right here. Okay. Still very much following this chart. Okay, so for me, I'm still very bearish, and I think a new low of the bear market could be very possible. Okay, so that's why I'm still remaining bearish. Where's my coffee this morning? I don't know where your coffee is. Did you make yourself a coffee? That is the question. 14K Bitcoin, here we come. I think that's a possibility. I do think that's a possibility. Charlie, they have got to be close to max interest rates soon. Otherwise, they will have a big problem on their debt interest payments. Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, Ben will be a bit more knowledgeable about that than me. Just mainly I just look at the technicals, but I have started to look at what the Fed are doing, because it does really impact what the markets do. But yeah, I do agree with you there. Let's see. We still trade under the 50 EMA on the daily and the weekly chart too. Okay, to be honest, I don't look at that, but if that's what you're looking at, then fair enough. I don't tend to look at that. Look at smooth moving averages, exponential moving averages, even moving averages. I don't tend, that's not the way I trade. I know a lot of people use them to trade and they're very helpful with trading, but that's not the strategy that I tend to use. To be honest with you, I don't really care where the price of Bitcoin is going. I know that the price of Bitcoin in the long term is going in the right direction, as in over 100K potentially. Okay, I understand that, and I do believe that. But in a short term, medium term, I don't really care where the price goes. If the price comes to 10,000, I don't care. I'm going to short that down. Okay, I don't care about the dollar price of Bitcoin right now. Okay, yes, in the future, I will care about the dollar price of Bitcoin, but right now, I don't care about the dollar price of Bitcoin. All I care about is stacking up as much as I can. The way I do that is by trading, shorting and longing. That's what I do. That's what I bring to this channel. Okay. And that's what I'm going to continue to do as well. I couldn't really care if Bitcoin came down to 10,000. I couldn't care less if Bitcoin went to 30,000. All I'm going to do is trade that, okay? And I'm thinking about the long term, okay? I'm thinking about if Bitcoin hits 100K, I want to have as much Bitcoin as possible once Bitcoin hits 100K. The way to do so is by trading. That's what I do on a day-to-day basis, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. And there's plenty of liquidity at lower prices to sweep exactly that as well. I did have a liquidity chart up a while back, and I forgot to show it on the chart on the channel, but I will look for that next time and I will bring that to the channel. But there is a lot of liquidity blowers as well that we need to grab. We are forming a bear flag. Yeah. Are you referring to this right here, this very sideways price action? You could argue that we could be forming a bear flag here. We could argue that. I would like to see it, trading. Let's have a look. You could be right, to be honest with you here. If we draw it, maybe something like this. Yeah, I agree with you there. A bear flag coming in there as well. So exactly. We could be looking at this bear flag breaking towards the downside. If that's the case, then I'm looking at 21,468. If we break below $21,470 approximately, then we're coming down to $20,300. If we break that, then where are we coming to? $18,800. If we break that, where are we going to? Well, $15,400. Level to level trading. This is what works. Okay, this is what works for me. It's what I use. This is what I use to trade with, almost every day of my life, and it's worked. Okay, so I'm going to continue to use this. And yeah, I agree with you there. Bear flag is forming. We are respecting the mid range as well, which is really helpful to us as well. If we're respecting the mid range, then we're most likely going to continue to respect the support and the resistance. And even if we break it, we're still respecting it, because we're most likely going to get a continuation to wherever the price breaks out of. Okay, either towards the upside or the downside. But the majority of the time, bear flags break towards the downside, so I would expect to break towards the downside from here. Yeah, we can see multiple tests of the support, see multiple tests of the resistance up here as well. Okay, so yeah, as of right now, just waiting to see what the price can do. Either break support, or if it can bounce off the support that it's currently at. Let me just show you again. This horizontal level here at 22,000, this previous range low at 22,287, which is this orange line here. If we get a bounce off here, we could be looking at the price coming up to 22,680 approximately. Then we could potentially form some sort of bearish scenario there. We would short that down to $22,300 approximately. If we broke that, then we're shorting that down to $21,400. But the other scenario is that we break below 22,287, then I'll just keep the short position that I have open. Just let that trade continue to ride out, and I would continue shorting down to 21,468 down here, where I would take some more profit off the table. Okay, if you missed the first bit of the video, I'm in a short position from here. I came live before I entered the short position, and I came live once I entered the short position there. And I update you with this short position on Twitter as well. As you can see, entry price $24,730. So I entered at this price right here, around this price right here. I wanted to enter at $25,200. Unfortunately, I was stupid and didn't put my limit order in, so I did enter a little bit late. But initially, we're still in the trade. Hey ho. Let's see. I feel you. I feel you. We want more for the low. The lower, the better for the bag. Exactly. To be honest with you, if I was to say right now, if I want the price of Bitcoin to go up or down, I'd rather it go down and then up later on, because I can just continue shorting, and then say it comes down to 10,000, I'm shorting it to the bottom. Then what can I do from there? If it starts looking very bullish, what can I do? I can start longing. So I can start longing from the bottom, and we can act on this. Okay, the price doesn't always have to go up to make money. Okay, we can go down and we can make money. To be honest with you, the longer it goes down for, the more money we can make. Okay, in the longer run. So yeah, I couldn't care less if the price went down. And I know that my hodl bag is screaming at me saying, "Why are you saying that? You want the price to go up so we can go up." I don't care. Okay, the way I make my Bitcoin to say is by trading. Okay, so I would rather the price continue to go down before the price goes up, because then I can get as much as possible, as much Bitcoin as possible, before the price actually starts to finally go up. But anyway, if the price starts to go up, I don't really care either, because my hodl portfolio is going up, but then I'm also longing whilst the price is going up as well. Right now, the majority of the trades I take are shorts, because we're in a bear market and because the price is continuing to pull back. So yes, I do take longs here and there, but recently I've only ever been taking short positions, and the majority of the trades that we did before Christmas, out of that big bunch of trades that we took there, the majority of those were short positions as well. We did have a few longs coming in as well, but the majority of them were short positions. Yeah, let's have a quick look at Ethereum, because Ethereum's actually at support for me right now. We've got this big range on the 4-hour, respecting it very well. Rejections from value area high. Okay, what happens when we get rejected from value area high? Well, the price comes down to value area low. Okay, one example is here: rejections from value area high. Where do we come to? Value area low. Okay, value area low. Where do we go to? Value area high. Value area high down to value area low. Right now we're at value area low. We're holding support at value area low. What else are we doing? Okay, we're at this golden pocket, okay, which tends to act as support from this low to this high. So the lower the range to the higher the range, we've got that support coming in. What else is happening? What else? Well, the price right now is not doing anything, but we are forming a bullish divergence. Okay, lower lows, price action charts. Okay, higher highs on the RSI, textbook bullish divergence. This would actually be a perfect entry for a long position. Invalidation of this would be a break below 1,551. Okay. Of course, having that stop loss in play as well. And then the take profit would be around value area high at 1,678. So for me, looking at Ethereum, this is looking very bullish. Okay. However, we've got to be aware that Bitcoin could break support here. And if Bitcoin breaks support here, okay, then we're most likely going lower, and Ethereum is going to most likely go lower as well, breaking this range, coming down to this low here. Maybe even coming down to $1,351. Okay, so with this Ethereum long, I would be very skeptical. But initially, this is actually a really good longing opportunity right here. Value area low. Okay, we're at the value area low. What happens when we're at value area low? We tend to go to value area high. What else? Okay, we've got this golden pocket from swing low to swing high that acts as support. Okay, we can see here it's acted as support right here as well. Okay, what else? We've got a bullish divergence coming in as well. So 3 indications. This is what I like to look for to actually enter into a long position. So right now is a really good longing opportunity from here. However, we do just have to be skeptical. Okay, so you've got to make sure you've got to have that stop loss in at 10%. Okay, and we've also got to make sure that we're looking for the early invalidation as well. The early invalidation of that trade, and the early invalidation would be a candle break below around $1,551. We have to make sure that we're prepared for that as well, and ready to exit that trade if that early invalidation is hit. Okay, because remember, Bitcoin is holding support right now, but if it breaks support, Ethereum is going to follow that as well. Okay. Eric Yeah, we are forming a bear flag. Yes, we are on that Bitcoin. Yeah, so I've looked at all the comments now. I hope you have enjoyed this live stream. This has been quite a long live stream. It is a Saturday, and to be honest with you, I don't really have anything else to do. Maybe I'll go to the gym, but I don't have anything else to do for the rest of the day. So I thought I'd come on for a bit longer and just have a good catch up with you. And it's good to see some new faces here. It's good to see familiar faces coming back as well. Like Angela M says, smash that like button, please. Everyone, if you could smash the like button, it would really, really help me out, really help the channel out as well. And I can continue to bring the trades that I bring you as well. So I would really, really appreciate it if you could all just smash a like on this video. I don't know what's going on with YouTube right now. We just can't seem to get over 250 views on these videos. So if you could all please just smash a like on this video, I would really, really appreciate it. Just help me out, help the channel out, and I can continue to bring these live streams. Royal Fresh, thank you very much for watching. Good live stream. Thank you very much for that comment. I'd love to see comments like that. Heading to the gym now as well. Good. Yeah, let's all just walk away. The weekend, the price isn't doing anything, but yeah, I always like to have the price on my phone when I'm in the gym as well. I probably shouldn't, I need to take a step away from the charts, but I've always got to look at the charts because I can't miss anything. I don't like to miss trades. Stephen Watson, I'm getting my coffee now. Good. To be honest with you, I have tried to stop drinking coffee, so I'm not going to get a coffee. You are tempting me to get a coffee, but I'm not going to do that. I like how you do your analysis. Nothing complicated. Happy days, brother. Godspeed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that comment. I really, really enjoy that comment. Really enjoy seeing that comment. I love seeing nice comments like that. And yeah, once again, thank you very much for watching, guys. And I will see you in the next live stream, which if the price moves maybe later on today, if not tomorrow. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn that bell notification on, and I will see you in the next live stream. See you later, guys.